and announce his commitment and the body's commitment to do a supplemental to make sure that the damage done by this bill is at least partially corrected. This bill puts our military behind the eight ball. There's not one penny in this bill for Ukrainian assistance. As I speak tonight, Ukraine's engaged in a fight for its life. They're going on the offensive. I have high hopes in the coming days or weeks they will liberate part of their territory occupied by Russia. The assistance we have provided in a bipartisan fashion and our European allies has made all the difference in the world. We were told after the invasion Kyiv would fall in 4 days. 600 and something days later, they're still fighting. The Russian army has been weakened and bloodied because of the weapons we have provided. I appreciate the bipartisan support to make sure we win a war in Ukraine without one American soldier being involved. If we can defeat Putin in Ukraine, that means China will hopefully take notice and Putin will be stopped, because if you don't stop him in Ukraine, he's going to keep going and will be in a war between NATO and Russia. So I appreciate all the hard work of the staff to make a statement to the people who are facing threats from China, from Russia, from Iran, that we have not abandoned you. There is not a dime in this bill to deal with the threats I think we face from China consistent with the threat level. There's money in this bill, but not enough. So I'm hoping that those who are watching this in Ukraine understand that Senator Schumer and McConnell are going to say in a moment, we have not abandoned you. We're going to keep helping you as you struggle to liberate your country from the war criminal Putin. Whether you believe we should be helping Ukraine or not, I do. People in this body on both sides of the aisle in the Senate understand that Putin's invasion is a defining moment of the 21st century. That if he gets away with this, there goes Taiwan, and the world will begin to crumble. The world order we've created since World War II would be jeopardized. War crimes on an industrial scale by Putin cannot be forgiven or forgotten. To the brave men and women of Ukraine, help is on the way. To the people standing up to China, living in its shadow in Taiwan, help is on the way. To the American military, who is underfunded because of this bill, help is on the way. For 3 days, I and some others have been screaming to high heaven that what the House did was wrong. It's right to want to control spending, and there's some good things in this bill, but it was wrong to give a defense number inconsistent with the threats we face. I do believe that we're on track to right some of those wrongs. To my colleagues, I'm not the perfect is the enemy of the good. I vote for my share of bipartisan bills and get crap for it like most of you. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to speak about the need of the federal government to get the defense budget right. Budgets are based on threats, not political deals. And if you think the world is safer, you've missed a lot. So hopefully in a few minutes, there will be an announcement that puts us on a course correction to undo some of the damage. And there will be a clear signal from both the leader and the minority leader, Senator McConnell, that help is on the way to those who live in the shadow of totalitarian governments and those who are on the battlefield. To my American citizen friends, I wish there were no war anywhere. I wish China wasn't the way they are. I wish the Ayatollah didn't want a nuclear weapon and would use it if he could. I wish that Putin would not have invaded Ukraine. I wish that the world was different than it is. But if you want peace and you want stability, it comes at a high price. The good news for us is not one American soldier has died evicting Russia from Ukraine. The Ukrainians have fought like tigers. It's in our national security interest to provide them the weapons and the technology to keep this fight up. Their win is our win. So I look forward to hearing the statement that I think is forthcoming. It does not fix this bill totally, but it begins to march in the right direction. To my colleagues, thank you for listening. Thank you for working with me and others. Victory for Ukraine. I yield the floor. Notice